Mummy was a little bit of a social climber, and she wanted it not to sound a bit, you know, it's too rough like that. She wanted to smooth it out, so she said it's Margolyes. Margolyes. So it's a little bit smarter.
It's like you enjoyed that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. How many episodes were you in of that?
Well, I did several series playing different characters in each one. I was Lady Whiteadder in another one who couldn't swear. And the last shot was me just saying the word and
cutting away.
Isn't it this name? Let's get that straight. You said your mother, actually, it's all her fault. She changed it.
Yes, she did. It's actually, well, obviously I'm Jewish, and it's a Scottish. We're a Scottish Jewish family, so they called it Margolyes. But Mummy was a little bit of a social climber, and she wanted it not to sound a bit, you know, it's too rough like that. She wanted to smooth it out, so she said it's Margolyes. Margolyes. So it's a little bit smarter.
It's like someone called Sidebottom insisting on being called Sidibbo Tam, isn't it? I mean,
it is a bit. Yes. So I won't ask for it. You can call me what you like.
These things are important. We ought to get them right. Well, listen, let's talk, before we talk about the things that you're doing at the moment, let's talk about this decision to go to the States. Is it true that what really motivated it, because I've always thought of you as being enormously successful here over years and years and years, was that you weren't getting big parts often enough?
No, that isn't actually
That's
true.
not true.
I wasn't really fed up at all. I just was in a film called Little Dorrit that was directed by Christine Edzard, who's a brilliant, actually French director now working in England, and I had a super part in it, and I thought this is the moment I should really try and expand the market and get some work outside England. It was really just a throw. It was a gamble, and because inevitably one is a bit typecast because of size and shape and all the rest of it, I thought I'll just have a go and see if I can do it. And I did it. I got on the Johnny Carson show. I got a publicist and got photographs and everything.
Is that the key to success in America, getting on the Johnny? You got on the Johnny Carson show more than once, didn't you?
4 times altogether, yes. I
you
think
just kept
it
walking
helps.
on the set, did you?
I think it helps. It helps. And also because I really haven't, I hope, changed as a person. I mean, I'm just as daft and I hope honest as I used to be, and I'm just a bit richer, that's all, and that's the nicest part of it.
Well, you ended up getting a sitcom in the States, which is big stuff in America.
Yes, I was very lucky about that.
A network sitcom, is it CBS?
CBS, yes. Franny's Turn.
Franny's Turn, what's
it
about?
Yes, I played an American woman, middle-aged, trying to get a bit more power, more control over her life. And it was great fun. It didn't do very well, I have to tell you. It wasn't a success.
Well, how did they...
I was brilliant. Let me make that quite clear. I was absolutely brilliant. But the show didn't work. So when I go back after I'm doing She Stoops to Conquer at the moment, but when that's over, I shall go back and I'll go back and do something else, movies, I think.
Why didn't it work? Wrong character?
I think the concept was a little soft. That's what they say. I sure as hell wasn't, but maybe the concept was a little soft.
You mean it didn't have legs, as we say? It didn't
don't know. Who knows? I don't know why. It just didn't work, but it was a terrific experience, and I loved every second, and all the people were wonderful. It really was fun.
You love America, don't you? I read you're very happy living there.
I do.
Why do you think that is? We were talking to Frank Finlay earlier, and he was saying that he, in some ways, feels that he's possibly missed out because he always sort of wanted to stay here. He wanted to stay with his family. He didn't want separations. And I suspect he probably wouldn't have been very happy there anyway. What is it about it that appeals to you?
It's very easy living in America. I am seduced by the climate of California, the fact you can park your car anywhere and get chicken soup in the middle of the night. And also people...
What, anywhere?
Anywhere.
Park anywhere?
No, it's really like that. Yeah. And chicken soup to me is very important. and the other thing is that it's welcomed me. I feel at home there. Maybe more than I do in England, because I know that I look foreign. I mean, it's just a fact, you know, I've got big dark eyes and big dark breasts. And
I wouldn't mention the rest.
That's the Californian sunshine for you.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So I feel very good there. And, you know, I'm now 52, and I think I'm just going for gold, really, as you see.
And you mean they're happier with the exotic there, the different, the foreign, than in Britain?
They're all so daft in America that one more daft person doesn't stand out, and I fit in more.
Yes.
Whereas here, I'm a bit loud and a bit outrageous, I think. In America, I just fit in more.
Because they're all loud and outrageous.
They are.
Have you had any earthquakes while you've been out there?
Yes, I was in the swimming pool, actually, so I never felt a thing. But But
Just thought
one
someone to turn
night,
the jacuzzi on or something.
one night, it was about 5:30 in the morning. Yeah. There was a really big one, and I had a male guest staying, which is very unusual. And I thought it was him walking about, and actually it was the earthquake.
God, must be a big lad.
Well, he said, you know, did I make the earth move?
People
for
were
you?
ringing your flat, weren't they, saying, "Is he walking about again?" You know.
It was frightening. It was, but it's lovely to be back, and I'm in a wonderful show
She
that
Stoops to Conquer.
I'm thrilled about.
Yes.
I'm working for Peter Hall. This is the second time round because I did Orpheus Descending with him, and I'm playing Mrs. Hardcastle, and I'm working with Donald Sinden, who's a great actor, and David Essex, who's from a completely different part of show business to me.
Yeah.
And we're in a family together, so it's very
It's going well,
exciting.
is
It? We're just at the second week of rehearsal. I'm very scared because it's the first time I've been in a kind of proper play, but you know, a classical play, but I think it is going well. But the other thing that I want to tell you about, which is to me very important, is that on Sunday, for the first time, I'm playing the open air theatre at Regent's Park, and I'm doing my Dickens woman show. I played 23 characters, which shows how brilliant I am. And I've done it all around the world. I've just come back from India. I've done a tour of India, and it's so lovely to be able to do it in London again. So I'm really happy about that.
Which comes first?
Characters.
Yeah, it's clever, isn't it?
How do you remember the words for something like that? I get each part mixed up.
Well, now it's part of me.
Yes.
I don't have to search for them. They're there. I'm rooted in it, and I enjoy it so much.
Which comes first in those things? Is it the voice, or is it the appearance and the moving? I mean, to be honest, I was thinking of the Cadbury's Caramel Bunny, because
As one does.
as one does, you know.
I mean,
I mean, you are the Cadbury's Caramel Bunny.
I am.
Yes, for your sins. I mean, did you have to see the cartoon before you did the voice,
yes.
or did they base the cartoon
yes.
on the voice? No.
There's no such thing as a voice. A person has to go with it, always.
Yeah.
So you need to see who you're supposed to be, and then you find the voice for it. And the same with the Dickens characters. I mean, Dickens, who is wonderful, you know, he really is a terrific writer, and he's done it for me. It's very easy to do those characters because it's so clear in the text, you see. So I don't have any problems now finding it, but I was very nervous at first. I wrote it with Sonia Fraser, who directed me, and she knows me very well, and she was able to be very tough with me and say, no, that's too much like the other one. And sort
Your
it
father
out.
came to see you in that, didn't he? Your
Yes.
aged P.
Yes, he's 94
Yeah.
now.
that's one of the bonuses of coming back here, so you can, because you still live with him.
Yes,
over
I do.
here.
It's a very difficult subject, this, because it's very expensive taking care of an elderly parent at home. And it's taking up an awful lot of money. And I'm just being very honest here, and I'm telling you the truth. But I feel such joy that at least I'm able to look after him. Whereas for a lot of people, they can't, and it's a great sadness for people when they have to put their parents into homes, or, you know, they have to give up their jobs to stay at home and look after them. Thank God at the moment I can afford to do it, because he does need constant care. He has Alzheimer's, and it is sad. And
Is it advanced?
Not, well, he goes in and out of it, you know,
Yeah.
it's a kind of coming and going thing. But he always knows me, and that makes me happy.
Oh, I'm sure it does. So, I mean, is he okay at the moment? Is he likely to be watching you this morning?
I think it's a bit early in the morning for him yet, but I hope a friend will record it and then I'll play it to him, and he'll say, "Oh, your hair's a terrible mess. Can't you afford a proper haircut?" Something like that.
I think we heard the authentic voice of your father there.
Is the Dickens thing, is it a one-off this Sunday?
This time it is. This is the only time I'm doing it in England, actually. Yes, this year. So.
But your father came to see it, didn't he?
He saw it in America. He came
Yes.
over to America, and actually, when I took my bow on that first night in Los Angeles, I was crying because I could see him looking at me, and he was so proud.
Oh.
And it's, you know, I'm not married, I have no children, and I feel that perhaps I haven't been able to give him as much nachas, as a Jewish word, which means pride in children, as I should have done. But I felt when he saw me then that he was thrilled, and I was.
You've
for
given
that
him
reason.
something.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
It was a very happy time.
I bet
But
he's-
I have no brothers and sisters, you see. There's just me and him. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the family.
Yes.
So, of course, I have to come home. And England is... I mean, I love it here, too. But it's tougher. It's that... Mrs. Thatcher, you know, she really messed it up for everybody, I think. I know you're not supposed to say
it's the
that on
climate.
television, but that's what I feel.
It's the climate as well, you know.
Well, she didn't have much...
She didn't touch the climate.
I blame that rainy Tuesday. No, that rainy Tuesday. Had to go down to her. You know, I've written to her. She hasn't written back. You know? can't understand it.
Yeah.
But I feel, when I come back here, I feel that England's really been battered. It feels as if people are struggling. And my heart goes out to them.
Well, look at I mean, you mentioned quite honestly and open-handedly the fact that you can look after your father because you have the wherewithal to do it. Look at the stories now of the wives of men suffering from Alzheimer's who are having to use their husband's pension. And the equity of the house to pay for care for them.
That's one thing in America that's absolutely appalling, is the medical system there.
Yeah.
It is appalling. You die if you don't have enough money. And that's absolutely wrong. It really is shocking. I was driving along the street in America one day and a woman fell down in the street in front of me. I rushed out of my car, went over to her, and she said, "Please don't call paramedics. I can't afford it. I don't have insurance."
Really?
Dear God.
And I thought, this is wrong. So that's why I'm behind Clinton in his efforts.
Or behind Hillary, rather. I mean,
Yes,
Well,
she's a
it's
good egg. She really
think
is
so?
a good egg. Oh, I do. But listen, you're married, aren't you? You two?
Oh, now she are.
I was told that you were married because you
It's a lie.
became famous after I'd left England.
Oh, right.
So I didn't sort of know the scene, you know.
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
I knew this would happen.
I've been married.
1986.
About 6 years, yeah.
1986. No, 86.
Is it
yeah.
first time for both of you?
No,
Or
second time for both of us.
Second time round.
Second time.
And how far is this interview going to go?
Well, we wonder. That's it. I won't. But I just wanted to know for myself.
it's true,
So you
yeah.
know now. So next time you come on, you'll know. I'm very glad you did. I love your suit.
Do you like it?
Is it
Yes.
American or is it?
It is actually Australian. It's Australian. A friend in Australia sent it to me. It was too small for her, I think, and she sent it to me. She's 82, and she said it was a bit sort of bold for her, a bit small and a bit bold. And I thought, well, it's just right for me. Do you like it?
We like it very
do you
much.
Do you think it's all right for a middle-aged woman to wear something like this?
I think it's dead right.
I think it's fine for another 40 years. And when you come back, which you will now, won't you?
I hope so.
You must wear it, OK?
Well, I hope I'll be able to afford something else. But will you come and see the Dickens show? Are you going to be in London? You're not, are
We
you?
can't. We've got
can't.
children and sports days and open days, and we don't live in London, unfortunately.
Well, Stoops
so-
to Conquer's coming to Sheffield, but I don't think it's coming to Liverpool.
We might make it to
unfortunately, or
Sheffield over the
Manchester,
Pennines. But we're very parochial, you know.
Oh, I like
don't do
the
very
north better than the south. Nicer people.
So do I. But no, I shouldn't say that. 'Cause
I'm
everybody
under
knows
that. I like both. Hey,
cop out.
I know, exactly. Cop out. It's lovely to see you.
Thanks for
Okay?
having me so much.
Oh, it's lovely to
Happy
Give our
marriage
regards
to
to your dad
both
as
of
well.
you.
Thank you.